typing intensifies in the last episode of Radio Rothingham of 2017, bitches!
Typing of the dead.
It is.
H5 me.
2017 is almost ending, and it's also almost Christmas, so it's like that wonderful time of the year where everyone's jolly and happy.
46 minutes until Christmas.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, that is true. The 24th, like the night before Christmas, so that's only the night portion of it, and then it's Christmas proper, and after that is Boxing Day, which, I don't know, people unbox shit. It's like where unboxing channels on YouTube have a field day, because everyone's looking up boxing videos.
I thought that was only a British thing.
Yeah, it is, but just like the way Black Friday made its way to Europe somehow.
It's failing. I mean, the American-owned shops are trying to push it in over here, and each year they fail.
No,
it depends on the country.
Yeah, they have some moderate success over here, but still, people are pretty lukewarm about it. They just, I guess, most people just realize that these hot deals are not really that hot.
Yeah, we are smart enough not to kill each other over them.
Well,
Pretty much.
certainly that's definitely one of those things about Black Friday that I never understood. Anyway,
I mean, you have the eShops, and it's like 80% sales. And you look at it, it's like the 80% sale is on a blender, and everything else is -5.
Yeah. But let's start the episode proper by saying you're watching Radio Rothingham, the world's least professional podcast on the entire internet.
You don't have to be watching, but use your ears.
Yes, that is very true. But
You
should be watching every once in a while, because I am drawing the worst girl from Doki Doki Literature Club, which is Monika.
Watch with your ears.
Just Monika. Yes.
Is it like Sunset Shimmer?
Yes, he's the Sunset Shimmer of Doki Doki Literature Club. Almost literally. Almost.
But
Except
she doesn't have bacon hair.
Exactly. She doesn't have... Well, she kind of has bacon hair if you just kind of squint your eyes, because it is kind of brownish. I mean...
She kind of has bacon hair if you add bacon to her hair.
Yeah, and the shape of the hair is kind of bacon-shaped. You can sell me on this. It kind of looks like bacon. It kind of looks like she's got bacon strips as hair. They're like really straight bits of bacon, but still.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh yeah. All of a sudden I want to eat Monika's hair, which is a very unhealthy thought.
You want to eat her hair?
Of course.
Well, if it's made out of bacon, then yes. But unfortunately, it's made of pixels, so I can't.
But other pixels made of bacon.
But yeah, you depraved Rule 34 artists on the internet. I want my Rule 34 Monika where you eat the bacon. Just someone eating the bacon hair. And that's it.
The bacon, you say?
We got with us quite a few hosts. We got, of course, the most important person in the entire universe, which is...
me.
Yes,
Me.
Various. We also got someone that's even more important, which is Backfoon. We got someone who's even more important, which is Sekle. And even more importantly, we got Savoy.
Oh my.
But of course, some people are more important than others, which is obviously me. So, yeah.
Everybody's important. It's just some people
But
are
some
more
people important than others.
That's importantest.
Yes, it damn straight it is.
Some people are just straight up impotent.
I mean, Monika thought she was important until I deleted her. Then she wasn't important anymore. Oh yeah, sorry, spoilers. But I think by now everyone knows Twist in Doki Doki Literature Club.
I still don't know what it is, but I know you delete people, and there's a person that deletes people for you, and I want to punch her.
Oh, well, then you should definitely play the game, because you get to delete her.
I need to play it as well.
And can I delete her as the first and only action I do in the game?
Yes, you actually can.
Sold.
As a matter of fact, I will encourage you to do just that. Start the game cold, not knowing anything about the game. Just start by deleting Monika right off the bat. You might actually get like a special ending where the game is like, wait a minute, you didn't even play the game.
Is Monika the person that deletes other people for you?
I can neither deny or confirm that statement.
I don't know. My Polish contact said there's a person that deletes other people for you in there.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
I'm pretty sure I want to delete that person who deletes people.
Well, you get to do that. That's the only spoil I'll give to you.
But can I do it the moment I log into the game, Artrix? That's the important thing for me.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. You just have to know who to delete.
What if I delete everybody preventively?
Yeah, the select a file, press Shift Delete, and just watch the world burn.
I mean, obviously, if I delete the wrong person, then the person who deletes the people comes and deletes those people. So, obviously, I need only one try.
Sounds kind of like Death Note.
It's
Well, in that you knew what people you are deleting.
It is actually more like Wreck-It Ralph, and that's a bit of a spoiler.
Okay, now I want a adaptation of Dead Note, but with Wreck-It Ralph characters.
So she's deleting
that's
those
basically
with her giant fists.
That is basically Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that really weird meme going around with Natsuki, who's really fucking buff, and I still don't know. I actually didn't really bother looking up what it's about, but some people find it extremely funny, and yeah. But it's like, yeah, the lol, Natsuki's really buff. You see, the joke is that she's a cute anime girl, but she's really buff. Okay, is there like some, significance to it? No, she's just really buff. That's it. Oh. Okay. Anything else you want? No, just buff. That's it.
I think it had something to. I think it was somehow derived from that growing stronger meme.
Probably.
Like, the whole man with cancer says, I'm growing stronger. When I saw the Natsuki meme, it was like malnourished child saying, I'm growing stronger, and there was the buff edit.
But to be perfectly fair, it is a pretty funny image. It does look pretty hilarious, so I'll give them that. It's at least is something that's like, oh, that's funny, I guess. So yeah, well, the drawing is full swing now, so let's bring up a topic. Well, you know what? Let's talk about the nice things first. So let's talk about Christmas and how wonderful it is. Except that I already celebrated Christmas, like I celebrated 2 weeks ago. So I mean, it's a really weird situation where I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty much done celebrating it.
In Hungary, they are placing these big concrete blocks around their squares, just in case.
Wait, Hungary of all places?
Yes.
Well, yeah, they are like the first in line. Like the first line of defense.
But, I thought they were just really good at basically keeping, them all out.
They were.
Those evil trucks.
You can never be too careful.
Ah.
Yeah. Those fucking trucks are stealthy Artrix.
That is true. And all I wanted is a world without trucks. Given recent events, I've really developed a really strong hatred for trucks, and I just want to see,
go back.
the horse and carriage. You know, they might be slower, but at least they won't run you over unpredictably. At least, you know, with the horse and carriage, you can be sure that if a horse goes postal, you can at least try and reason with it. Like, hey, you horse. And the horse is like, you won't me. Yeah, you see, it's a Cockney horse from. It's like, you won't me. You're like, can I buy some? Can I buy a pint? And then Force like, oh yeah.
The chef horse.
And then the horse looks at you with its cold, lifeless, beady eyes that looks like fish eyes because horses are basically land fish. And then it pulls the trigger.
And then it turns out it was just Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes. I mean, you can never know.
Also, just saying that this drawing is also kind of spoiler-y from the game, but it won't really make much sense until you actually play the game.
So it will never make sense, you say?
Yes, because the game.
How sad.
But then now I will see it, and then later if I play a game, I will remember it, and I will be like, "Oh, that's you spoiled that before. Why you did it to me?"
I didn't see this. I saw this. Like, it's no longer a surprise.
Yes, this thing that just happened that I was surprised with is no longer a surprise because after it happened, I remembered I knew about it.
I remember it. I've seen the drawing. I saw.
It's a retroactive spoiler.
Okay, and now I suddenly imagine Doki Doki Literature Club.
Artrix, it's spoiling things you saw before the spoiler.
It's now I suddenly imagine like Doki Doki Literature Club, except it's written by Tony Wiseau. I want this to happen now. Yes, a movie adaptation of the game.
I think the world would be a better place if more movies were made by Wiseau.
Oh yeah.
Especially the Star Wars.
No, but yeah, if
The
that
Marvel universe stuff.
And Mass Effect Andromeda. I mean, they already have the facial animations done, so just.
Oh god, that's great. I can totally imagine a Doki Doki Literature Club movie directed by Tony Wiseau. It's like exactly the kind of thing he'd be very good at directing, with big quotation marks, because you know
Because it's amazing.
it's amazing or something like that.
It's amazing, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
So that might have been channeling Hunter S. Thompson a bit. I mean, look, both of them scream for no reason. That's the problem. Yes.
All right, and also, I'll you know what? To make it not as spoily, I'll give her a nice.
You delete her.
Yes. All right. Let's see. Whoops. She's deleted. But it's okay. I can undo it. There we go.
That's a spoiler.
Well, you
No.
that's not a no. Oh, stop. That's not a spoiler because you already established that you can delete characters. So
Yes, Artrix, but you just spoiled your own drawing.
But do you delete System 32?
Yes.
Exactly.
Actually, that's exactly how you. No, you have to go further than that. You basically have to. The game instructs you to make a system restore disk, and then you have to put the CD in your computer, and then you have to reboot the computer, make sure that boots from your CD drive, and then you have to use the Windows restore tool to basically format your C drive, and that's a very integral part of the game. You have to do
but
it.
do you have to? Can I be just like no restore disk YOLO?
Well, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but
Okay.
don't you want to see the true ending?
No,
Oh.
you spoiled it for me already.
Oh. Well,
Look, Artrix, now I know there's an ending, so that's basically like why play?
wait.
It's like with your drawing, you
There-
deleted it and then you went back on it.
No.
That's a pretty
there-
big retroactive spoiler, Artrix.
There are multiple endings. There's not just one.
See, now it's spoiled to me that there's multiple endings.
Yes.
Now I don't have to play it.
But don't you want to find out all the endings?
No, not really.
Oh.
Because now I know they exist.
But what
A very, very stubborn boy.
It's not my fault Artrix keeps spoiling everything.
Yeah, I told you to delete your Windows directory. That's
I do that every second day at work.
okay. Oh, do you have like one of the setups where you basically just restore your computer back with the image file, so you always start with a fresh install?
No, we just have lots of computers that do silly things.
Okay. So you're basically like, well, this computer doesn't work well, so
It drops internet for no reason, and
Yeah.
nothing helps except for restarting the router. That doesn't make sense.
So just restore it to a state to an early install. There we go. It works
Yes.
now.
I restored it to an early install of its hardware when it wasn't yet molded into metal. I used hammer for that. Hammers are pretty good at restoring computers.
Yeah, to their basic components.
Exactly. It's a pre-assembly state.
Or even pre-construction.
Indeed, it's before you install the structure.
Well, obviously, you just have to go back to Windows 1.0. That's the best. That's the best version. You know what? You know what they say. The original's always best.
I thought 3.11 was the best one.
Now, obviously, Windows 1.0. I mean, Windows 1.0 was essentially just a glorified desktop app for DOS and didn't do jack shit.
Why not Windows 0.9?
That exists.
It's a beta.
Yeah, obviously it's a beta, but all right. Yeah, that's
It's early access Windows.
yes. We have to go deeper. So, like the very first draft version of Windows, like the first thing that Bill Gates shed out, like, oh yeah, I look, I programmed a clock. You run Windows, and all it shows is like just a clock app
In a window.
in a window. Yes.
Or maybe do you think that
You-
the first version of Windows wasn't actually named Windows, it was just named Clock?
Yes. Well, there's a window in it that you can't move it around, so it's Windows, but it's just a clock in a window.
So it's one window.
Yeah.
It was like
And-
window, and then he was like, okay, people like this, so how to improve it? How to improve window? Oh, I know. And then he made it into Windows. That's the joke, TIF.
Yes.
That's the joke.
Anywho, well, is there anything to say about Christmas at this point?
Well, there,
Any-
for example, you know how Americans are obsessed with stealing Christmas, you know? Like, about it and so on.
Oh yeah, did you guys notice anything about the war on Christmas?
You mean War on Holidays?
Yeah, war on the happy holidays. You know, I
You
just
don't
want
necessarily
to.
have to be happy, Artrix.
I just want to.
Look,
wish-
Artrix, wishing people happy holidays is discriminating against sad people.
Why?
Because you are
Because from their nature, they cannot have happy holidays because they are sad, Artrix. Jesus, it's 2000, almost 2018.
It's
Educate
almost the
yourself.
current year again.
Right, you are so emotionist, really.
Yes, but it's you know, it's the right kind of emotion. Everyone should just be forced to be happy. That's you know what? I'm going to go to the government and force everyone to be happy. I'll just draft a new law. It's like, yeah, you are now, you know. Well, let's give Kim Jong Un a run for his money. You know,
Jong.
I at this point I lost track of all the Kims and Uns and Ils in that country. They're all the fucking same.
Well, they are the same family.
Exactly. But then again, most Koreans are named some variation of Kim anyways.
Well, the best
So-
Koreans.
Okay.
Yes.
Imagine being Kim Possible, but instead of United States, you live in in Korea, any kind of Korea. Well, she'd be pretty fucking unhappy in North Korea, unless he works for the government. Then maybe she could, do stuff.
Yeah. Just watch yourself and don't lose any foreign magazines.
But
And don't take down any posters.
yes.
Yes.
And also don't touch any newspapers. I mean, you're allowed to read newspapers, but the chance of you accidentally the newspaper is so big that you might as well not. Because you just put down the newspaper on a bench, like, yeah, I'm done reading this, and then the police comes up to you and it's like, you go to Gulag now. You're like, you will, man. It's like, yeah, that newspaper's got a picture of King Jong, let's see,
Kim
Un
leader.
on it. So you go to jail now. And then you're like, no, fuck off.
And then you get the bullet.
Yes, but you see, you're Kim Possible, so you just grab the bullet and just throw it back at the guard, which then kills them.
Kim didn't really kill anyone on the show.
Well, this is not a show. This is North Korea.
Yes.
You think this is a show?
So basically, Korean lives don't
With
matter.
disrespect to the dear leader.
Lideru.
Yes. That's the joke.
Yes. Anyway,
I read that playing StarCraft.
do any of you have like some retarded anecdote when it comes to Christmas
Yeah,
shopping?
I was about to tell you
Then you
about how someone in America finally succeeded at stealing Christmas.
Okay, so how did the man do it?
Well, some group of people made a software.
Was it the Jews?
Yes.
Software could, through extremely fast internet research, find out products are going to be the best-selling ones on the American market during Christmas, and then it bought of said goods of multiple products. So basically, within a few minutes, a ton of highly wanted products, and then started them online at increased prices.
You call this scalping.
Sounds like the highly desired good was Sichuan sauce.
Hmm. That sounds about right.
And because they bought the entire stock, the people have no choice but to give in to their demands.
So what's the moral of the story?
The moral is that bots are going to kill us all.
Sounds about right. So the obvious answer to this is, if you're gonna go Christmas shopping, just do it in November. Just get shit done in November, and then you don't
Do it in April. That's when nobody expects it.
Exactly. That's actually true. Just, what you do is you buy all the Christmas decorations and whatnot in January, when that shit is all on discount. It just store it in a box somewhere, like you just put it away, and then
No,
around
Artrix. In January, people expect it, and that's why there's post-Christmas sales. You need to read in April.
Yeah, but then there's like Easter sales, I guess.
Exactly. Nobody would expect you going in and buying Christmas decorations.
Yeah, but
Then you come to the till and the the person at the till is like, "What is this Christmas decor? We don't even have this in the catalog. Just take it and go away."
It's it's still left over from last Christmas and the Christmases before that.
It's the ghost of Christmas past.
All right. So I guess we kind of. Oh, go ahead.
This entire heist, let me call it heist, because would backfire heavily if the people just said, "Fuck it, we are not going to buy it for increased prices."
What is the it anyway?
Because the entire thing relies on the fact that people will pay for the insane amount of goods you bought from the shops. Because if they just said fuck it, anything from your shit, then you would end up with a ton of useless crap and your bank account empty and possibly with a debt.
Yeah, no. If I were if I went to if I go Christmas shopping and some item is just ridiculously expensive to the point where I'm like, yeah, if I buy this, I'm gonna be financially crippled. I'm just not gonna buy it, like you said.
I just don't do any Christmas shopping, so this situation would have no impact on me and vice versa.
Yeah, but that just shows how people are irrational.
I mean, we already knew that.
Yes. A lot of people make very irrational decisions. And hopefully they learn from it, but some people never learn. They'll never learn. Never.
Never, ever.
Just leave them alone. It's their decisions, their mistakes.
At one point you're like, yeah, we tried to do, we tried everything in our power to at least try and teach you a thing or two, but you just at one point you just have to let go. Let go.
We tried so hard and gone so far, but in the end, it doesn't
even matter.
Doesn't even mattress.
Amazing musical performance.
Yes.
It is. No, let's just hope that the YouTube algorithm doesn't pick up on it, so we lose our not monetization. As for my very exciting Christmas shopping experience, it was like, okay, it's like 2 weeks before we actually celebrated, so okay, let's see, bol.com. I got this list of all the things that my parents and my brother wanted, so I'm like, okay, well, put in cart. Yes, okay. Yep. Deliver that shit to my local Albert Heijns. Next day, go to the grocery shop. I'm like, yeah, there's a parcel for me over here. Well, I guess I'm done. Oh yeah, obviously you need to gift wrap it, but that's like 2 minutes of like 10 minutes of work at best. So yeah, what I'm saying is that that online shopping has removed some of the mythicism of Christmas shopping. But I'm actually glad for it because every time I go into the city center to buy anything, it's like just one big disappointment.
Well, Christmas shopping is the worst because you just want to order some random items and then you realize it's near Christmas, so your random items will take 17 weeks to arrive.
Well, it's actually kind of nice if you know what you're shopping for. It becomes really agitating when the ones you're shopping for, you have no fucking clue what to get for them.
No, Artrix. I was not talking about Christmas shopping. I was talking about
shopping in
normal shopping.
Even worse.
Yeah, you just do normal shopping on the internet because you want, let's say, what's it called? New solder for your soldering iron.
Yes.
and then you realize that it's near Christmas, so the soldering iron will take 17 months or possibly years to arrive. Or, just your post is shit in general. That actually happened to my boss. He ordered some shirts from the far away land of America.
That is pretty far away.
It took like 3 days to arrive here. Then it took 4 weeks to not arrive to his address at all. He never saw those shirts.
So
And he never saw the light of day again.
speaking of which, yeah, I ordered a
A light of day, and it didn't arrive.
Yes, I ordered a light of day and never arrived. I was like, yeah, I'd
knew
like to have one light of day, please. And they were like, yes, it sits in the mail, and it never arrived. No, but in actuality, when I bought my last Cintiq, I bought like a screen protector from some dude in America. So I was like, okay, so send it over to Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and it'll be grand.
But was your screen protected?
Yes, it was, but not after you resent it. Because what happened was, a few weeks passed, and I'm like, okay, where's my screen protector? It should be here by now. So I sent an email to the guy that sold it to me, like, yo, where's my screen protector? And he was like, oh yeah, I sent it. It should be arriving any moment now. I'm like, can I see the shipping slip? So I was like, all right, here it is. You know what it said? It said, ship this item to Rotterdam, the Netherlands, Australia.
Wow.
Netherlands in Australia.
Well, apparently.
Apparently, the guy thought that the Netherlands was a province in Australia instead of an entire goddamn country. So
To be fair, Artrix, any province in Australia that's named Netherlands is probably going to be bigger than the country Netherlands.
it's also
Maybe he was just like looking at the map and
It's also gonna be significantly emptier.
He saw the one that a province first. You really can't fault him for that, Artrix.
No, it was just it is order form fucked up because it was clearly listed as a separate country. So either he just read the order and mistakenly shipped it to Australia because reasons, or his ordering system is just really out of date and fucked
Or
up.
maybe you actually live in Australia.
Or maybe I actually live in Australia.
This kind of reminds me of the time when the guy US citizen who lived in the state of Colombia got deported into the South American country Colombia.
Obviously. Look, they can't be expected to know how many states are there in United States, okay?
How many states are in the United States? 2?
50 or 51?
I don't know, I'm not America, and America apparently doesn't know either.
What?
See, this is why we need Trijan.
Yeah, we need Trajan to tell us how many states are in the America United. In the America.
How exactly united are you? Like, what are you talking about here?
Well, given the current going-ons in America, they seem to be very ununited.
Divided.
So we should probably just rename it to the somewhat loosely defined area of America.
The affiliated states of America.
The loosely affiliated states of America that are just sort of hanging together, but not really. That would
And that's the way I like it.
Well, I don't know. Actually, the way America functions as a federal state is not entirely.
Well, Artrix, look, all you need to do is wait like 5 years until EU does the same thing, and then you'll have a first-hand experience.
No, I don't want a federal EU.
Me neither.
Well, that's not what the EU wants.
Yeah, but I don't care about that.
Have you tried? Well, you really can't do anything.
I can just tell them no. So if they do it and they're like, all the people support it, I'm like, no. They're like, yeah, all the people support. I said, no. Here's a record of me saying no. But you like it so much. Think of
Think again.
think of I don't know.
The trucks.
Yes, think of the trucks. And then I'm like, I got it on record that I clearly stated that I hated trucks and all I wanted is a world without trucks. So
I'm not a truck.
no, you're not, but you know. The EU seems to have a thing for trucks. Or
It
not.
seems.
It's almost as if they secretly took funding from truck kings.
Also have to make sure that her expression is properly deranged.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the face.
She's got a big,
Just
menacing...
Monika.
Yes, just Monica.
This smile creeps me out.
Yes. That's better.
Agree.
Anyway, maybe we should, you know, yeah, let's segue, because we did bring up the EU, so obviously we need to talk about Catalonia. Lonia.
Well,
But
very surprisingly, they still want to remain independent.
Yes. Everyone's like, huh? What's this? The Catalonians? They want to be independent still. Well, more specifically, just like one big party that's kind of like, whatevs. And they're the biggest, but there's three big parties that could, in theory, form a really big coalition and basically just PTFO that party. And they're like, yeah, we want independence. We just want Catalonia land. That's what we're gonna call it, by the way. Catalonia land, not just Catalonia. It's gonna be Catalonia land because it sounds,
Catalonia.
yeah, it sounds more like a country, you know. If we call it Catalonia land instead of just Catalonia, because it still has the you know, the suggestion that it's kind of not.
Welcome to the Catalonia land country.
Yes. Welcome to Catalonia land, where everyone's Catalonian or something.
Also, this is a country.
Yes. Yeah, now that I'm flipped the image, it looks pretty alright.
That sounds very nice. Stop flipping off the image, Artrix.
Then straight off flip off the image, especially since it's Monika. I'll flip Monika all I goddamn want.
But just Monika.
Yes. Just Monika. Maybe the Catalonians should spend some time with Monika. Maybe everything will be alright.
You think they should aim to just Catalonia?
Just Catalonia. I deleted Spain.
Just for you.
Just for you.
Wow.
Now Spain will never bother us ever again.
Now, nice.
Just-
Now delete yourself.
Now it's just Catalonia. Here's a nice little option box view, and it's just got Catalonia in it, so you can only press Catalonia. Oh, that's a good choice. Just Catalonia. But yeah, and any thoughts on the matter, like because the election results are fairly.
Well, the EU still didn't invade them, so it's good so far.
Oh yeah, did the EU actually have anything to say about it? Like, did anyone come out and say, oh yeah, the EU is very satisfied with the result, but they're more likely going to be like, oh no, they still want independence. These people actually.
I don't know. It's silent.
It is. I don't think anyone really has anything to say about it, which is
True
weird.
silent.
Because no one cares about Spain. And
But Catalonia is not Spain, that's the entire point back.
Yes, it
see,
is.
and this is why it isn't working, because no one really cares.
What
Like
is Spain?
Catalonia, Spain, that's the same
But,
for most people.
well, yeah. The weird thing for me is that the only way I know Catalonia is as a part of Spain, because when I went to Barcelona, I was like, yeah, this is Spain. Though to be perfectly fair, there were a shit ton of Catalonian flags in Barcelona. Like I'm probably seen more Catalonian flags than Spanish flags. So they definitely had some some separatists sentiment going already. But back then it was more akin to for instance, if you go to the Dutch province of Brabant and they're all waving the Brabant flag, yeah, oh fuck Brabant, fuck yeah, we're the best province. But we're pretty much part of the Netherlands, so whatever.
But it's kind of similar to Bavaria, which they
yeah.
also try to see themselves as their own thing.
Yep,
Sometimes.
well,
I mean,
they're-
they are like by the name, like how they're called. They're called Freistaat Bayern, basically Free State Bavaria.
Mhm.
And they have a small like separatist movement or something going, but it's like just minor. But
yeah,
the next few years something might happen.
well, we'll see about that, but
Merkel keeps sending in trucks, then of course.
Actually, Bavaria is like kind of free of trucks, or that kind of trucks, because Bavaria doesn't like that kind of people.
also I don't think those the kind of truck lovers would actually kind of like being in Bavaria.
Yeah. Also, Merkel isn't kind of responsible for Bavaria, because, like, the party that Merkel is quote unquote leading is actually consisting of two parties: the CDU, which is pretty much responsible for all of Germany except Bavaria, and we have the CSU, which is just the Bavarian party, and kind of they're getting other percent counted together because they have some agreements, but they are technically two different parties. So there's like a small sub-coalition going on there, and they can always eventually decide to split up. So,
Oh, yes,
but right
obviously,
now,
and-
Merkel is technically not responsible for them.
So what you're saying, and yes, I am going to go completely off rails here, so not trying to be serious here. So what if Catalonia breaks off of Spain and goes live with Bavaria? Best country can come to the end. Alright, yeah. That didn't come out right.
Okay.
But speaking of
Speaking of Catalonia.
Speaking of
well,
the free and independent country of Catalonia, that's in no way
Catalonia and the country. Yes, so the parties that won were two, and they both were independents. And then the prime minister of Spain was like, "Well, we think that this article that we called was applied very well, and the problem is the negative thing about this result is that, quote, those of us who wanted change haven't won enough seats to bring that to a successful conclusion." His party lost 8 seats, so from 11 that they held before, they now hold 3.
So they want. So he's dissatisfied that they couldn't get enough seats for change, even though his party is the one that wants to remain the status quo, which is like,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, that's a very odd.
Obviously, the change he wants is to stop the change.
Yes.
By the way, according to my clocks, Merry Christmas.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
in 2 minutes.
no, in
Yeah,
2
in 2
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah,
And also,
your clock.
it's
is-
actually Christmas. It's actually
Eve.
Christmas on the 25th.
yes, but
Tomorrow, or for you today.
It's
just
it's like good morning of the Christmas Eve.
yes. So good really early morning of Christmas Eve, which will take
Yes.
place
So
in like
so
20
so anyway, he then proceeded to complain that the separatists didn't win a majority. They only won 47.6% of the vote. and the rest was scattered around among the other parties. So obviously, nobody can make decisions for Catalonia unless they represent the entire Catalonia.
Mhm.
That's what he said. Yes, no one can speak for Catalonia who doesn't include all of Catalonia. So basically, in his what's the word? In his what's the word? In his humble point of view, unless you are 100% of Catalonia, you can't make decisions for Catalonia, obviously.
Hmm?
Yes, and then he was like, actually, we got the most votes. It's just the other parties together got so many votes that they got the majority.
Yeah, like I said, the theoretical coalition that would just completely overshadow the biggest
Yeah.
party.
And now my screwdriver fell on the ground.
GG.
Yes, I know. What else?
Yeah. What else?
What else?
Have you?
Now it's
speaking of
midnight.
Speaking of Southern Europe and Christmas, have you heard about Italy's Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Yes.
What about it?
Italy spent a shit ton of money to buy a giant Christmas tree from Tyrolia. Well, one of the
Yes.
southern parts of Germany.
Hmm?
And when he says Italy, he means Rome. One of the many city-states in Italy.
Yeah, because Italy itself actually is a part of Tyrol. I was there, and so was back. We were there.
But-
We were in Tyrol, which is
Maybe you were in Germany.
no, we were in Germany most of the time, but we were also in southern Tyrol, in Italy. It was very Italian. We ate pizza there.
Oh my god.
It was very tasty.
So I'm trying to figure out how much did it cost. Estimated of 48,000 euros or 57,000 euros to cover the cost of transport, raising,
Jesus
and
fucking-
eventually removing the Christmas tree.
Fuck Jesus fucking Christ! 80K or
48 to 57.
just to move around the Christmas tree.
Yes, to move it from wherever. I think it was Bavaria. It was somewhere in Germany, I think. And yeah,
I would actually say the Black Forest probably, because I got a shit on trees there. I mean,
trees are usually in forests. That's true.
yes.
Mhm.
So far, you are not wrong.
Well, yeah, but once it was delivered to Rome, this super expensive tree thing withered away long before Christmas.
Oh God.
Yes, and now it has its own Twitter account.
What?
Yes.
But
That withered thing is still displayed on the main square in Rome.
Well, they paid 80,000 quid to just to have it there. So
Yeah.
you got
Better use
something-
it well.
and people are very happy with the decision and are not comparing it to the Vatican Street that's being carried there from Poland and is in much better condition at all. They are not comparing those two. No, that would be
No.
just silly. Why would they do that, right?
So
Right?
so how are we going to save this tree, this German tree?
Well, it can't be saved anymore.
I bet it was trucks that did it to the tree Artrix.
Oh yeah. So obviously we need to send in a bus, which no better yet we need to send in a train, a freight train, to make it feel more like it's home, and it's totally not a reference to an event that happened like 7 years ago. Absolutely not.
Not at all.
Not at
Not at
all.
all.
I believe you.
Hmm?
However, I must say, it comes to getting rid of the tree, it will make awesome firewood because it's already nice and dry.
Yeah, why? Well, okay, they obviously can't burn it in the city center, but
They could try. That would be interesting.
well,
I
yeah,
mean, if
there's.
someone-
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
If someone lights a match even near it,
You can't really fault them, right? Just you fire a firework, and the firework is aimed at a slightly wrong angle, and suddenly the square is on fire.
I think we just figure out a job for Monika. Get on that shit. You're the expert.
Here, this is a box of matches, and go to the tree and start using them.
that sounds more like a late game Yuri thing.
Well, would she be?
Prefers knives, but I think she would like a sunfire.
I don't know. I don't know, but that could be the case. Okay, that's your assignment. Play the game and see for yourself whether Yuri would be the kind of girl that does that kind of thing. Also, Yuri best girl. Just saying.
It's not Monika.
Fuck no.
Monika wishes.
Yes, she wishes that she was best girl. But I didn't really like her during the game. It was mostly just indifference. Like, oh, okay, you exist, I guess. All right, we should probably bring up another topic because we're kind of running out of steam. So,
Speaking of running out of steam, a certain brand of phones is running out of steam once the battery starts getting worse.
So yeah,
You shouldn't be letting out the magic smoke, right?
So apparently Apple has designed their products or the software in such a way that if the phones that they sell get to a point where the batteries are kind of worn out and they're getting old and
Well, it's not really apparently because Apple confirmed this themselves, so it's not even a rumor. It's actually a thing.
It's not apparent. It's definite.
Yeah, it's not a bug. It's a feature. That's how they even said it, kinda.
Well, yeah,
It's not a bug.
Well, it is a very typical thing for Apple to do. They're like, yeah, we want to protect your battery, so we just make your phone crappier by making it slower.
crappier.
But at least it won't explode in your face. Maybe.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, I just installed a new battery in my phone and it works fine.
But yeah, they have confirmed that the phone slows down just after 1 year.
Wait, that's only after 1 year?
Yeah,
Seriously?
it starts slowing down after a year.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
Basically,
shitty.
basically just as the warranty ends, because in America and most places, apparently just 1 year is of warranty is enough. And it also happens in cold places because, of course, cold isn't also good for the battery either.
Yes. But yeah, gotta love that planned obsolescence. So I'm surprised that it happens after 1 year in case of Apple. I mean, my phone's battery...
Artrix, look, as long as they can churn out a new Apple phone in 1 year, it's gonna get slower in 1 year. That's just how.
Well,
I mean,
Apple... Okay.
I mean, Apple clients are dumb enough to fall for it, so.
Well, that's kind of the interesting thing about Apple in general. Like, a lot of people by now are fully aware of their business practices and whatnot, and it seems that Apple isn't really trying to gain new customers. They're just serving their existing customer base. There was a time not too long ago where they were really going after new users, like they were really pushing to increase their consumer base. But now they seem to be like, yeah, we got these people that have such a brand loyalty that they will just keep buying a product no matter what we'll do. No, it doesn't matter that we move the headphone jack or anything. That they're fine with it. As a matter of fact, I see people walk around these earbuds, but they don't have any wires to them. So it's like they're wireless. and you think that shit is easy to lose. Like you just bump into someone and that shit drops out of your ears and
And you think this is a new advanced level of faggotry?
I mean, I gave my father some a wireless Bluetooth headset because he asked for it, but you know that fucker goes over your head and you can actually hear actual sound and not the shitty sound from earbuds, but you know actual full music, and you can't really lose it by just bumping into someone.
You can.
Well,
You
no.
can. You can.
It just like falls forward over your face.
Yeah, but then you just pick it up from the ground. It doesn't fall into a gutter or anything.
Obviously. Though, I mean, maybe you are kind of underestimating people. They are dumb, but they are probably not dumb enough to not notice that something that was in their ear and was making sounds is now no longer in their ear.
Yeah, well,
Overestimating them.
there were people that thought they could put the iPhone in the microwave to charge it.
Well, no, that's a perfectly ordinary thing, and I recommend everybody who owns an iPhone to do that.
Or any phone, really. I should try it with my phone.
Honestly, if you are an iPhone user or the user of any Apple product, use the microwave to dry your hair.
Is that something Monika should do? If we put Monika in a microwave, would her bacon hair be even more bacon?
Yes.
I approve of this message. We must make it happen.
I think her whole persona would be more bacon.
Her whole, like.
Whole
As a matter of
persona.
fact, I believe there should be a bacon off between Monika and Sunset Shimmer to settle once and for all which girl has the most bacony hair.
Sunset Simmer.
Yeah, that.
I always saw Sunset Shimmer as more of a ketchup and mustard girl.
That's heresy, and you know it.
Heresy.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Buns, all of them.
Ugh.
Well, okay, but maybe the difference is way easier. Maybe we're just thinking too hard about it, because obviously Monika's hair is cooked bacon, whereas Sunset Shimmer's is uncooked bacon. Since you know, the Sunset Shimmer's bacon hair is like it looks like it's still got the stripes and everything. Well, if you cook the bacon, it doesn't have that anymore.
Oh yeah.
Well, you still can kind of see it, but it's more like a dull. That they're more dull colors, so it's not really
Dull
that
bacon.
dull, but so tasty.
Is it like the gem quality of gems in Diablo? Chipped bacon, dull bacon. And eventually you get like flawless bacon.
With
That
Polished bacon.
sound like the name of some architect in an RPG.
Polished bacon.
Polish bacon or polished?
Yes.
Or both?
Speaking
Is-
of bacon, over here in Slovakia was a smoked meat heist.
Okay, that sounds like a thing that would happen
Basically,
in
you know the
Slovakia.
place, not sure how it's called in English, but you do know where the place where they put pieces of meat to smoke.
Yes. Actually, I don't know the English word for that either, but go on.
Well, yeah, someone.
But do you know the Dutch word for it?
No, I don't even know the Dutch word for it.
Do you even smoke meat in Dutchland?
No, they don't.
Yes, we do.
No.
We even have a variation of cheese that's being smoked in.
Well,
yeah.
maybe the cheese will I haven't seen.
Lots of people have smoked cheese. I mean, like, look at Slovakia has a version of smoked cheese that it's famous for.
Also, I'm pretty sure we got smoked meat.
But it's really hard to find.
Yes, but it's there. I've eaten it.
Where?
There, in the dark streets.
Yes, you have to go into a dark alley and be like, hey, psst, psst, hey, you got any smoked meat?
You saw some meat?
Do you have some meat for me? And then he just unzips his pants, like, no, not that kind of meat.
And then he's like, but it's smoked. Yeah.
I don't care.
Then you're like,
No, just Monica. I mean, no.
Just no, Nika.
Just Monica. And then he noped the fuck out.
No, 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 no.
Nope. Yes. So,
Agree.
what were we rambling? Oh yeah, something about smoked meat in Slovakia.
The place called Ujiaren in Slovak, the place where you put pieces of meat to smoke.
Yes.
Well, apparently, someone broke into one of these places and stole it all.
Why would anyone do such a thing?
That's the question. Why?
That's usually the case with these cases. Like, why?
They didn't even steal any money, only the meat.
That happened to That happened to my car, where the burglar just stole my life hammer, nothing else. Like, there were valuables in my car, but he opted to just take the life hammer. Then to proceed to break into other cars and steal their valuables. So I guess the only valuable thing in my car, to him at least, was my life hammer.
Yep. But how did they break into your car to get the life hammer?
That is a good question.
Did they have like some sort of, I don't know, lesser quality life hammer?
I could actually look it up. I got the entire prosecutor's transcript stored in my computer. Seriously.
Wow.
Okay, now we're going into a little tangent, but it's one worth mentioning. So, yeah, this for those out of the loop, back in the summer of I think 2014 or something, a burglar, a dude, smashed my car's window and he stole my life hammer, and that's it. So in the morning, the police rang up my door and were like, "Hey, someone broke into your car." So I walked down, went to the car, police and everything was all. It was like a big commotion there, like all these people standing around, so like, oh, car broken in, and the police was like, yeah, look at that, sir, look at that, they smashed open your window, and it just stood there and be like, yes, I can see that.
There seems to be a window missing here.
Yeah, there seems to be a I was relatively unfazed, like, oh yeah, I was kind of peeved, like, oh god, but
That's
generally
unfortunate.
yeah, that's unfortunate. That kind of sucks. So the police was like, oh yeah, can we take your car for the investigation? Like, can we take it to the impound? We'll do some fingerprints and shit, and then you can come pick it up. So like, yeah,
Fingerprints.
and I was like, yeah, sure, if it helps you catch the burglar. And they were like, oh well, we actually already think we caught him. Like we caught some guy a few blocks further down the street, and he was
He was wearing a jacket made out of live hammers.
yes, exactly.
Nice.
So we made an appointment. I went to the police station and spent like 20 minutes to report the crime, and which was very exciting. You're basically just in this empty room with nothing, just you, a desk, and a police officer just typing away on his keyboard like, all right, Mr. Artrix, so
It was like
when oh, so when did you lock your car? And we tried to recall everything. They really go into some ridiculous detail, and they were like, yeah, so was there a light post anywhere near your car when you locked your car? I was like, yeah, this one across the street. Alright, so I'll type this in. There was a light post not next to the car, but there was a light post. It was across the street, so the car was not fully lit when the burger. How do you spell this? I don't know. Anyway, the burglar burglarized the car when it was not fully lit, because apparently they need to make a note of that.
Yes, well, the street light wasn't fully lit.
I mean, one of the funniest things.
The tag was fully lit.
The funniest thing about this whole report is when you read it, it says something like, today on the 2nd of August 2014, a person came to me that claimed to be Mr. Artrix, born on this and this day and lives in Rotterdam. And he
claims to live in Rotterdam. Further investigation needs to be carried out.
And he reported the crime of being broken into that someone broke into his car. It's all very official sounding and whatnot, but what it actually says is just like, Artrix came in here and he said that someone broke into his car. Whatever.
It's a kind of ironic situation when the police reports to you that you've been broken into, then you need to go to police to report it.
That was a funny thing too. All this time they were like, "You are a victim." Like, oh, I am. I mean, I am kind of bummed about it, but I don't really feel like a victim, more like just,
Donate to my Patreon. Then you life hammer.
Like, yeah, it kind of sucks, but there's a big difference between feeling like a victim and just, that sucks.
Well, you were a victim from a legal perspective.
And that's of course all. That's the point of all of this. It's all legalese. I mean,
you're a victim of a car rape.
In a way, yes, you could construe that as a car rape. Yes, the dude did go into my car without its consent. He didn't go to the car and say, "May I please smash open your window?" And since it was my old car, it was it's Wally, the slightly too friendly transformer car. So he was a really soft. He was kind of a soft personality, You want to be gentle with him, and the guy just smashed him open, just like that. How must that poor car feel?
I don't know. Maybe as bad as it felt when you betrayed it and sold it.
Yes. Well, that was probably one of the happiest moments in my life, and I was like, yes, I finally got rid of this car. I was actually kind of legit glad to be rid of it, because it was starting to have some issues that really started to suck. Like it had a broken.
It wouldn't transform.
Well, that for one thing, it said that was a transforming transformer car, but it never transformed. So yeah. It's kind of like false advertisement right there, Wally, which was the name I gave to the car. But it had a broken head gasket at one time, and it never really recovered from it. Like, yes. It was a really expensive thing to fix too. But
I wouldn't bother, honestly.
Well, I still got a decent amount of money for it, so it was kind of worth it, and I got a really good car out of it. But yeah, it was definitely no longer the nice car that I bought back when I got it. So I'm really liking my current car. The only thing that my current car doesn't have going for it is its fuel efficiency. I wish it was a little bit more fuel efficient, but it's not really a deal breaker. Maybe for my next car. Maybe. And anyway, I think that's pretty much the entire tale of how some guy broke into my car, because so
we had the misfortune of having a car.
Basically, the aftermath took about a year.
The aftermath.
Seriously, so the actual event is.
And Artrix broke into the tag's car and stole his life hammer back.
No. What actually happened was I went to the police station, and then the question came up: what was the color of your life hammer? This is a very important question. Answer this question truthfully and carefully. I was like, oh, it was orange. And then the guy was like, yep, we got him. That's the guy. Because they arrested the guy that was walking around with an orange life hammer. So it was kind of a bit too much of a coincidence that, I report I report the theft of an orange life hammer, and then they find a burglar with an orange life hammer.
A year later.
So yeah, in the transcript, with really big words, it basically described, the guy smashed into my car and he stole a life hammer. And
Okay, Artrix, what if it's been just extremely improbable coincidence, and it was a guy whose entire car was stolen except for the life hammer? They got the wrong guy.
Except that they caught him red-handed. He was breaking into cars.
You mean orange-handed?
Yes.
Well, if they steal your car, then you need to steal a car to follow your stolen car. Duh.
But they didn't steal the car. They just stole the life hammer.
No, I'm talking about the guy whose car was stolen except for the life hammer.
Oh, yes. Then that would be kind of awkward, and the investigation probably take a little bit longer. But since I did mention that they took my car in for fingerprints, which they did really quickly, by the way. It was like they took my car, and I basically went to my apartment to grab some breakfast and a cup of coffee. So the coffee was barely done brewing, and I got a call like, yeah, Mr. Artrix, you can come pick up your car. It's we're done with it.
Artrix opened the door, entered his flat, and then there was a call that he can come back.
Yeah, on my really old-fashioned landline phone. It's like one of those things with the old school bell and everything. One of those phones you see in 1930s cartoons where you have like the horn and the
not even the live action movies, just the cartoons.
Yes, just the cartoon version of it. Wasn't really going all out on. Well, I'm not really going all out on this drawing, but you get the point. Also, how did we start talking about this?
Yes.
Let me just finish it real quick, because in the end,
let's finish the Life Hammer sequel.
Yeah. So
in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Well, it did matter, because the guy was sentenced. They even invited me. They were like, yeah, Sunday, you're invited to see the slaughter of this criminal in court. And you can watch. You look the guy in
50 million years of community service.
You can look the guy in the eyes. That criminal. That person that killed your car. I'm like, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to bother showing up, because whatever. I'm not going to, I already spent, a lot of
Artrix, obviously then you are hindering the pursuit of justice.
No, because it was just like a really shitty, low-key, court case where like, yeah, you did these things and you have to pay it back. And he basically spent a full year to pay back the enormous amount of money that is like something like 80 euros.
That's a lot. That's probably enough for a new life hammer.
Well, no, because they gave me the life hammer back.
So you could have two Artrix, just in case somebody steals a life hammer again.
Also, that too was a pain in the arse, because once they more or less found the guy and everything, then there was like the court proceeding. So they sent me like a big stack of papers, which basically boiled down to, you have to fill out this form, you have to send it in, and in the form you basically tell the court what damages you hold the thief accountable for. So I can basically just make a list of shit that I want to claim from the criminal.
The life hammer had an immense value, sentimental value.
Yeah, but I got it back, so that's not a problem. No, but I it is funny, because I did have to take the bus to go to the impound. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to claim this. I had to spend money to get on the bus. Well, let's see.
It's the bus of justice, Artrix.
Yes. Yeah, I had to go to the garage to get the window fixed, but a large portion of that was already covered by my insurance, so I actually didn't have to claim that much for that. But you know, I still had to pay some, and a whole bunch of other costs. So yeah, it came to like 80 quid. And he spent like a year paying it back. So basically, he had to pay money to the government, and the government sent me the money to me. Like, yeah. And then finally, after a full year, you know, imagine that the original inventor's just some guy going, "Oh, that's a nice car. Oh, broken window. Take the hammer. It's done." It's like a 2-minute job, but it takes like almost a year to be done with all the bureaucratic nonsense surrounding it. And which is, of course, because they caught the guy. Just imagine that they never caught him, then you're basically shit out of luck. It's like, yeah,
You will never get your life hammer back.
yes, it will be gone forever. And I'm already missing it because my current life hammer is not the same life hammer. It's like silver colored. It's like this really silvery color. It's actually,
that's not saying anything about life.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
just a hammer.
It's just a hammer. It's just, you know, dull and boring. It's not the same.
How sad.
It's a very sad story.
So sad.
Yes.
I should probably ask Monika to delete the life hammer.
She should restore her
Or better yet, I should make like a dating sim, but instead of cute anime girls, you date the life hammer. It's just a picture of the life hammer.
Yes, it's like a head of a boyfriend, but with life hammers.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure we got time for one more topic, and I know just what we want. What Beck wants to discuss. He brought something up.
What?
It's not just Beck, but also Savoy that brought up. So apparently, well, not just apparently, we know that Apple made a fairly decent and sensible decision recently, because they were like, "Hey, we got this app store. People put apps on the app store, and a lot of these have loot boxes, and it kind of sucks. So what if we basically make them to disclose the odds of the loot boxes?" That's GG at Apple. You know, you do a lot of crazy shit, but now they do something that's not shit.
Slightly less crazy.
Yeah,
Shit.
it almost makes sense.
You're crediting Apple too much.
I know. I'm probably going to regret this. So
Making sense. What fun is there in making sense, Artrix?
well,
Sanity is for the weak.
well, it is Apple, so you know.
So basically, GG Apple for making a good decision. No, let's
Buy
let
some
all
apples.
developers let all developers overlap this decision.
But that's not because they had like the other decision, or like there was something, the other news that we talked about earlier on the same day. It's not totally because of that to get the press away from it.
HMM.
Yes.
But yeah, the prior news, like I said, it's a very typical thing of Apple to do, and I don't think anyone's really surprised. I certainly am not. So yeah, this kind. I guess it could be construed as a decoy from the press. You know, until the press discovers, the one of the buttons in iOS looks like a phallic symbol. So obviously, Apple computers are misogynistic or some clickbaity nonsense like that.
Phallic symbol.
I mean, Monika kind of looks like a phallic symbol, with that ponytail, and that delicious bacon hair. Also, I need to redo the ears; they look weird. I mean, there's nothing wrong with our face. Face is completely fine. It looks like a completely reasonable, sensible person that you can have long philosophical conversations with.
And also sensible.
And also sensible. There's absolutely nothing weird about Monika. She's perfect waifu material. But yeah, I should probably... It's funny, I basically only got to ink her during the episode. I mean, we still got about 10 minutes on the clock, but...
Quick, color!
Well, I'm pretty sure I can finish the flatting before we end the episode.
You have 8.65 minutes. Do it now.
But no, it's no longer 8.65. It's more like 8.46.
Exactly.
So, because do we have anything to add about Apple doing the whole thing where they're like, oh, you have to disclose shit now?
Buy some apples.
So, what do you guys think is going to happen now that Apple wants to self-regulate loot box?
Obviously, the
odds?
entire China will go bankrupt.
The
Actually, China is regulated on that basis. They actually
Yes,
to,
so they have to do it outside of China.
yeah. I can kind of see Google doing something similar because they will be like, because Apple will get a positive press about regulating this stuff, and Google will be like, oh look, Google, it's a casino because they're not regulating it.
Agree.
Except that it's not Google actually doing the loot boxing. So,
Neither was Apple, Artrix. Neither was Apple.
No. So no, the only difference is that now Apple, wants to regulate it. But yeah, if it means that Google Play will follow suit, then more power to everyone, I guess. I guess we're just kind of preaching to the choir, because I don't think anyone would really object to just having odds published to these sorts of games.
Except for Blizzard.
Except for Blizzards.
Yeah, Mike, you here?
If it means that I can finally just outright buy my skin, then
Probably not, but you'll know how much do you need to spend to get the skin based on probabilities.
So,
See, you can make a calculator of odds for Overwatch and sell it to people. It's opening new job opportunities.
but that can only work if you actually know the odds.
Exactly, that's like the point.
Oh yeah. Then you can basically create like a stock exchange, except it's in Overwatch skins. Except it's not really an exchange because you can't really trade. But
It's just improbability for Overwatch skins, not the skins.
well, it's gonna be similar to search engine optimizers, which are like we don't really know how Google does their algorithm, but we kind of
We try our best.
Yeah, we try our best. So pay us a
Oh
lot.
my god,
of money.
Artrix, imagine it, loot box optimizer.
Yes. We'll tell you exactly how to optimize your odds. It's gonna be great.
How to optimize your loot boxes.
Yeah. So now pay us a lot of money. So
For optimal result, you need to open your loot box.
But we'll tell you just when to open your loot box and everything. When to acquire them and when to open them to have the maximum chance of getting what you want. That doesn't sound crazy at all. Sounds
Not
just
crazy the least bit.
I agree.
Yes. Right. Do we have like a micro topic?
Well,
Like a really teeny tiny.
Well.
Well. That's actually Monika's expression here. Is like, well.
I did it better.
Yes, you did.
I'm
So
a
obviously,
better-
wait.
I'm a better Monika than just Monika.
Yes. Okay. So confirmed. Severius best Monika.
I don't feel like that's much of a prize to be won.
I don't know. You can cash those mad dank internet may. Oh, there's one micro topic that Beck brought up pre-stream or pre-recording. Apparently, the God Emperor Trump was like, yeah, I deny climate change. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build a giant wall around an hotel I got in Ireland because of rising sea levels.
oh, nice.
But climate change doesn't exist at all.
Well, the fact that you deny climate change does not mean you deny the rising sea levels.
No. Here they actually said that they requested to build a wall because of climate change, because of the rising of the sea caused by the climate change.
That was the specific wording of that
Yeah.
whole ordeal.
So maybe the wall on the border with Mexico is actually because of climate change.
But it doesn't exist, of course.
Maybe.
Maybe Trump knows more than he's letting out.
Well,
Maybe the ocean is going to rise and it's going to flood the entire Mexico. And
that's what I was going to say. It's that four-dimensional chess we've been hearing all about.
Yeah.
It's not about immigrants. They're just they're just building a giant dike to keep the water out. But then there's the question: if Mexico's gonna be flooded and there's a wall between Mexico and the United States, what's gonna happen to the water that's currently right next to California? Is it just gonna stay there?
Yeah, it doesn't want to catch HIV Artrix.
Because that's right. Wasn't there recently some law passed that basically no longer makes it a felony to knowingly pass on HIV?
Yes, you just get a fine. It's fine.
Let me guess, it was in San Francisco, right?
It was in California.
It was in the area
yeah.
of California.
The entire city of California.
Liberals.
So good job doing that. That doesn't sound like a very wise decision to me.
As I said, liberals. What did you expect?
A lot of things, but that's not one of them. You'd think even liberals would be smart enough to not decriminalize the knowingly passing on HIV. I mean, apparently there are, particularly homosexuals that are really turned on by the thought of passing
They
on
are
HIV.
helping.
But
They are not helping their cause by this.
that then, if you are knowingly passing on HIV, while the recipient is not exactly, if someone wants to contract HIV for whatever retarded reason, that should be fine. Like, go ahead, you do you. I think you're an idiot if you do it, but sure, who am I to stop you? But if you have sexy times with someone and then tell them, oh, by the way, I've got HIV, and you now have HIV. You've got my HIV inside of you.
Kinky.
It would be kinky, but it would also be a pretty shit thing to do. And I think,
but morality is not the thing these people have in plentiful supply.
anyway, back to the topic at hand. So,
What's the topic?
just that Trump wants to build a wall around his hotel in in Ireland because of the non-existing rising sea levels. Yeah, but that's definitely one thing I don't like about the current administration. This whole Bible thumping
Bible
the-
trumping.
puns.
PogChamp.
You know, he just tells people what they want to hear.
It's
Like,
just you know,
here's some free money. He never told me that. I should call him sometime.
can have $6. How
Well,
about
you know,
$1 million?
he will tell you yes, but he won't give you any.
Oh, talking about Trump and money. So he did a tax reform, right? And then the politicians were like, we don't hate you for this second, so we're gonna approve it. Then we go back to hating you. So they approved it. And then somebody took this tax plan and went on Reddit under something where people were complaining about Trump. And he attributed these tax changes to what Bernie wanted to do. Then he got upvoted to the heavens. Because apparently people don't check facts.
Oh, hold on. So they went to Reddit and they were like, okay, check out these tax reforms that Bernie Sanders.
If only they voted for Bernie and Bernie won, we would have these tax reforms. Yes.
And they were the exact tax reforms that Trump.
Yeah. And the people were like,
yeah.
yes, this would be amazing. Bernie is so good.
Oh God,
And
I
basically-
do want to see their faces when they find out that that's exactly what Trump did.
Well, I think they deleted the comment.
It's still there.
Eventually.
The internet never forgets.
Never.
It does.
I mean, I saw it earlier today, so maybe I can still find it.
I mean,
I'm
that
pre-
is what the Wayback Machine is for.
That and
That too.
and archive.is. It has been archived. Don't worry about it. In its exact form as it was posted on Reddit, letter by letter.
Yes. How many did he get? Where do I? My God, this screenshot is from a mobile app. I don't know what is this. Is this 1.3 thousand upvotes? I think it's 1.3 thousand upvotes. Oh, and it was a sub called Political Humor. And then they deleted the comment because they were triggered by it. What is this? Humor in Political Humor subreddit?
I say.
It's more likely than you think. So also the apparently the guy even got Reddit gold for that.
Well, you even got Reddit gold. Did you
Yes.
did you cash in your Reddit gold?
Apparently it gives you such exciting features like seeing what posts you read when you log in on another computer and other basic functionality.
That sounds very exciting.
Yes.
You know what? Let's end this episode and the last episode of the year of our Lord 2017.
Forever.
We all thank you, the dear viewer, all two of you.
Yes.
Woohoo!
We all thank
Wait,
you.
you don't know how many on YouTube? Maybe it's gonna be 2.5.
But we all thank you from the depths of our heart, or maybe
Or
slightly
there is
below the
the one.
heart, or the stomach, or slightly below the stomach, or
The
maybe
spleen.
or in the spleen, or maybe in our colon. Anyway, we thank you for
From the depths of our colons.
for watching Radio Rothingham, and we all wish you the best of luck and happiness and whatever you do in the next current year, which is gonna be 2018. I know, right?
That's
It's always
crazy.
current year.
It's gonna be even the year's gonna be even more current.
Ooh.
Are you
do hope
excited?
It will be better for animation.
Well,
Like 2016 was a pretty good year for animation, but 2017 sucked.
no,
So was like for general existing, honestly.
Yeah, it was kind of actually it was kind of an unremarkable year.
I was like in 2016. I was like, okay, existing is not offending me, and then it was 2017. I'm like, existing isn't all what it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, I mean a bunch of stuff happened, but nothing really that out of the ordinary.
Lots of people died.
Well, yeah, but that's just about every year. It's like saying water is wet, except when it's
Oh.
ice, then it's not.
Well, it's still kind of wet until it's dry ice.
Anyway, so have a wonderful Christmas. Those that still have to celebrate it, which is like all of you, except for me.
And me.
Oh, you're not celebrating Christmas?
No.
Oh, that's
Unless eating potato salad constitutes celebrating Christmas.
That's for me.
Come on, both of you. It's
No,
about
you.
the spirit.
Yes.
You just have to be touched by the Christmas spirit, and not in a creepy, inappropriate way, but you know,
Oh.
yes.
No, Artrix. We kept the spirit in the urn with Dad's ashes.
You know, you just wait and see. You go to bed, and then in the middle of the night you're woken up, and you get up. You look at your bed end, whatever it is, like across the bed, and then there's like Monika, and just stares at you, and she's like, "I am the Monika of Christmas present," and then you probably like,
and then you are like, go present and delete yourself, please. I'm sleeping.
and that's exactly what she does.
Does it mean that Sayori is the Christmas future?
Yeah, Sayori is the ghost of Christmas future,
Can we delete that too? I'm trying to sleep.
and Yuri is the ghost of Christmas past, I guess.
That leaves Natsuki rattling the chains.
Yes. And just Monika. With that, I'm going to end this episode. I will note that there will be a requestathon soon. I will, post more information on my DeviantArt. So keep a close eye on that shit. And it's very important because this is the one time of the year you can get free shit from me. Or well, at least your free stupid request sketch. In any kind of fashion where it's kind of guaranteed. So keep an eye on that. And other than that, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and see you all
And
in
eat a dick.
2018. And eat a dick. Okay, thanks, bye.
Bye.